All right, today we're going to be looking at section 7.3, prep. We're getting ready for polynomial division. And so first we're just kind of going over the process of division, and we want to divide without the use of a calculator, and we're going to write the result as a mixed number. So we're going to start out 8 is going to be on the outside, and we're dividing that into 13/27. All right, so when we do this, we want to see how many times will 8 go into 13 without going over. So it'll be 1, and usually people would write the multiples of 8 out: 8, 16, 24, 32, and you'll just keep going. So we'll know it goes in once, twice, 3 times, whatever. So it goes in once, we'll write down 8, and then we'll subtract. And then when we do 13 minus 8, we're left with 5. And then we bring the next number straight down. And then so now how many times will 8 go into 52 without going over? So if I was to continue this list, we get 40, 48, 56. And so that is 6 times. 8 times 6 is 48. So we'll write 6. We'll write down 48. We'll subtract, leave us with 4, and then we'll bring down the next number. And then we just continue the process until we can no longer go. This one will be 8 times 5, which is 40. Subtract, and we're left with 7. I'm going to put the 5 up there. So this is your whole number. Okay, so when we write our mixed number, it went in there 165 times, so 165 is my whole number. My remainder of 7 will be on my numerator, and then my divisor, 8, will be on the bottom. Okay, so it should always end up with a proper fraction and a whole number part. Now, it wants us to do this without a calculator, but you can check if you have a graphing calculator. Let me erase this. Second plus 712. If you know that process, it just clears everything out. So if I was to do 13/27 divided by 8, okay, it shows me the decimal form. If you hit math and then enter twice, it changes it to a improper fraction. However, if you hit alpha and then y equal, option number 3 says it will change it from ND, numerator to denominator, to a U ND, so whole number and then fraction. So option number 3 should convert our fraction to a mixed number, 165 7/8. And you can see that that matches. Let me see. All right. Number 2, we're going to evaluate this function for the given values. So this is where I've been building up to show you synthetic division, and we've been doing that when we have to evaluate functions, and we're going to continue to do that here. 3x to the third plus 25x squared plus 18x minus 160. We're going to plug in a -5. So I'm going to list my coefficients. We got 3, 2, 1, 0. All of our terms are in order. So 3, 25, 18, -160, just the coefficients. Skip a little space, bring the first number straight down. And then below the line, you multiply -5 times 3, -15. Subtract, we get 10. -5 times 10, -50. Subtract, we get a -32. -5 times -32, 150. That'll give us 160, positive 160. And then we combine, we get 0. So the remainder is 0, so that tells me that goes in there evenly. Then we do 2 over 3. So I'm going to do the same process. 25, 18, negative 160. Now this is a little bit more challenging when you're doing a fraction, but it still works out about the same. So what happens is we're multiplying by 2 and dividing by 3 at the same time. You can do either one first. So I'd like to think of it, this is 3 divided by 3, which is 1, and then 1 times 2 is 2. And then when we add these, we get 27. And then we do 27 divided by 3 first, make it smaller. 27 divided by 3 is 9. And then 9 times 2 is 18. And we get 36. And then we'll do 36 divided by 3. That gives us 12. 12 times 2 is 24. So just doing this by hand just helps your computational skills. But again, we can do all of these with the calculator and use it to check as well. When I subtract this will give me a negative 136. So this would be my answer, negative 136. And just to kind of show you this again, if we go to calculator, I'm just going to go to y equal, and I'm going to type in the original function. So I'm going to type in 3x raised to the third plus 25x squared plus 18x and then minus 160. So if I type this in and I graph, it doesn't matter if I can see the whole graph or not, just as long as whatever I'm using is within the viewing window. So both of these numbers are within the viewing window, and this one as well, so I'll go ahead and plug this one in. But once you graph it, if you hit trace, it will allow you to input x values. So the first one I'm going to do is negative 5, y value of 0. Now I'm going to do 2 divided by 3 for 2/3. Get a y value of negative 136, and if I type in 1, which is our final plug in, type in 1, we get a negative 114. So do it all the same way. You can plug it in, but you're just plugging in these numbers and finding out what the value is.